There's only one thing that all the artists out there have in common. It's not the genre they're singing or the style or their vocal abilities. It is the uniqueness of their voice and artistry. And that's exactly how you're going to stand out as well. So, how can you find your own unique voice? Well, there's a couple different things that you can use to help you find your unique voice and eventually stand out in the crowd and have your voice and your music be heard. The first thing is find inspiration. I am sure that you have at least one idol out there that you absolutely love and specific things that you love about your idol. So, for example, one of my idols is Lady Gaga. I really like her because of the richness of her lower register, like her chest voice, and her rawness and power in her voice and in her artistry. So I am being specific, right? And then another one of my idols would be Jessie J. Jessie J is an amazing vocalist. Her vocal abilities are insane. Her control and power and tone and her riffs. Oh my goodness. I'm being really specific here, and I would like for you to do the same thing. Really be specific and find out what you love about your idols. It can be something as specific as I like how this person always uses vocal fry. I really like that. I think that's really cool. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Try to be specific though, because that will help you understand why you like someone. And all of a sudden, you'll start seeing these patterns. And that usually means that this is something that you like to do in your own singing as well. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's something you already do, but it could be something that you might want to add because you really like it in other people's songs and voices and whatever it is, right? So, really try to analyze your idols. Now, this is just inspiration. This is not copying, right? Like, I don't want you to copy your idols because they already exist and no one can do themselves better than they can, right? No one's a better Beyonce than Beyonce. No one's a better Mariah Carey than Mariah Carey. That is just a fact. But the good news is that there's also no one better who does you better than you, right? So take inspiration from these people, but don't copy them, right? So it's your unique combination of the things that you take from your different idols that makes you unique. Nobody's asking you to reinvent the wheel, right? You're just borrowing from other people, which is what everyone does out there, so don't feel guilty about it. Okay, so analyze your idols and see what you like about them and add that stuff to your own voice and own artistry as well. Then the next step after analyzing your idols is analyzing yourself, right? What is it that you already do? What is it that it makes your voice already unique? The easiest way, or there's actually two ways you can figure this out. One is record yourself all the time when you sing and listen back and see, are there any quirks, anything weird and cool and unique that you do about your singing? And then the other thing is sing for other people and ask them for feedback. Ask them what they think makes your voice unique. So for me, for example, I always thought that I wanted to sing high belt songs like Beyonce songs, Demi Lovato songs, and Christina Aguilera songs, and all that kind of stuff. And then I started asking for feedback from other people, and they always commented on how much they loved my lower register, my chest voice. Like I said with Lady Gaga, that's what I really like about her voice. And I had no idea that I have a similar quality to my chest voice. And that's when I first started to realize, oh, this is one thing everybody loves about my voice and they think that it's unique. So maybe I should look more into that. And that's what I started doing, and I have never felt better about my singing. I tried to be something I wasn't. Now, yes, I could sing the songs, but it was not my home, right? It was my home away from home, but I wasn't home. So sometimes you got to ask other people. Those can be your friends, your family, and even strangers, right? Sometimes strangers have the best feedback because they have no idea who you are. So they just say what they hear, not what you might, like what they think you might want to hear, right? So ask other people for feedback and see what makes you unique. If there's something you keep hearing over and over and over and over again, well, guess what? There's probably some truth to that then. And if you don't like that part about your voice, then take it out. Just because other people tell you that that's unique about your voice doesn't mean you have to do it if you don't like it, right? Usually it's a good thing, and it's very rare that that's the part you absolutely hate about your voice. But if that's the case, don't feel pressured to do it and make something new up. Try to find yourself in your own voice. And then once you found what makes you unique and you like that thing about your voice, then you want to make more of that, right? So if somebody tells you they really love how you flip with your voice, like, that would be a flip, right? If they really like that and other people keep telling you about that, that's such a cool feature about your voice, then you want to add those flips a lot into your songs and into your cover songs as well, right? That can be like your signature little thing, right? So Michael Jackson had his like, hee hee, right? And like Mariah Carey has her whistle voice. Everyone has something going on. Christina Aguilera has a lot of rasp and growl in her voice that she uses a lot in her songs. Jessie J is someone who riffs a whole lot, and she has a very particular tone to her voice. Sia has an insanely unique way of almost not pronouncing and articulating words, right? But that's what makes her unique, and that's what makes her stand out. So find what it is for you and make more of that. And that is when you will achieve the radio effect, and that's exactly what we're striving for. I call this the radio effect. I don't know if any other person out there also calls it the radio effect, but it's basically when people start to recognize your voice without seeing your name or seeing you first. So basically, they hear you on the radio and they immediately recognize that that's you, right? So that's the radio effect, and that's what you want to strive for. Because as soon as your voice is recognizable and unique, you will be able to stand out in the crowd. So all you gotta do is ask other people for feedback, record yourself, get inspiration from other people, make more of what makes you unique, and achieve that radio effect. And you will be good to go. Now, I am not telling you that you should go and make your voice, like the tone of your voice, completely different, right? So I sing the way I speak, but I could sing like, oh yeah, how are you? Right? I could do that if I wanted to. I don't want to. But you could completely change your tone if you want to, but you don't have to, right? Like, don't feel like you have to go far. Usually, it's the little things that make you unique, and all you gotta do is put a bunch of those little things into your songs, and you will already be recognizable. You don't have to change like the tone about your voice or the way you pronounce words or whatever it is. But be creative, right? And see what works for you. All right, that is it. That's how you will stand out in the like literal sea of singers and artists out there. And I hope that this was helpful. And I also hope that you're going to take your time with this. This is not rushed, okay? And this is also something that can evolve. This is not something you have to find once and it stops. No, you can evolve. That is totally fine. Like Ariana Grande now doesn't sound like she used to a couple years ago, and that is totally fine. She evolves as an artist and as a person as well. So that is definitely also something you can do. Don't feel like it's once and it's done. No, this can evolve, but take your time with it. And unless you want to just be which is totally fine, okay? I'm just saying just. Unless you want to be just a cover band, which is totally fine too, then it's not as important. But if you want to be your own artist and your own singer, then I would highly recommend you do this, okay? All right, that is it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and other kinds of videos as well, obviously. And I hope to see you in the next video.